So this year I've loved getting to know who God is and what I look like through his eyes.
God has changed me. He has taught me what it means to fall in love with him.
So many personal revelations. I've seen my friends impacted through my life and through doing form as well.
This year God has worked a lot in my heart and has really released me from a lot of things I've been struggling with recently, and it's really opened my eyes to see just how worthy I am of his love.
I saw God healing people from issues from the past, and people growing in faith, learning how to hear God's voice.
I'm a lot lighter. I've certainly been physically healed a lot more.
Yeah, God has really helped me to not to look for other people's approval, but only to look and go for what He says about me.
God has done so much for me this year, but in particular He's really healed me from lies that the enemy has spoken over me about my identity and shown me who I truly am in Jesus.
My God has changed the way I see the world. Now I see the world from God's heart and God's eyes, not through mine.
My highlight of the teaching, we did a few sessions together on faith, supernatural evangelism. It was all lead up, all in build up, getting to go to the mission trip.
For me, it was probably making all of what I know and even more into one big piece and to be grounded in that.
Highlight of the year is probably the cross teaching, quite early on in the year, but it was just so interactive. So it was one as a feast for all the senses. So we went through the crucifixion story, we did different scenes of it, and at the end it was just a culmination of how we felt about Jesus giving his life for us.
So this year I've really learned how to connect with God and how I'm never alone.
I've seen God work through difficulty. I've seen him work getting me to a place where I have to let him forgive for me, I have to let him deal with stuff for me because it's too much for me to take.
So the whole of the mission trip was Sicily, and I really enjoyed getting stuck in with the evangelism in the ghettos particularly. That was a really standout moment for me during this year.
My highlight of the mission trip was just how we all came together in faith. We were praying for everything every day. Anytime anyone felt sick or upset or anything, everyone would just rally around them in prayer.
One of the highlights of the mission trip for me was being collective as a whole network of form, and just chatting with people and saying like if you had any prayer requests for the day, and everyone just praying for you and being together as a big team and developing together as a team.
I think the best bit was that I was being part of a community, family. There was a family around me, and they supported me, believed in me, and encouraged me.
My best bit of this year is Encounter with God. We had a really special time in Sheffield this year.
The teaching of Kingdom and Covenant by Andy Stone, the weekends away.
The highlight has definitely been coming together as a family, feeling at one as a family, and being in a place where I know I'm loved and I know I'm accepted.
So stay with me, girl, you're all I need. So stay with me, girl, you're all I need. Oh.
Give a year.
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 Give a year.